Hi, hello. Welcome to Leap Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. This is a fun video I'm going to do where it's more vlog style. I'm going to show you magical decor in my house, and I'm doing this to inspire you and to share a little bit about myself as well. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around. This is my art wall because I am a practicing witch. My art represents witchcraft, fairy magic, all that sort of stuff, spirituality. Everything kind of has a little bit of witchy undertone to it, you know? And this is my art wall still growing. And then I even have some stuff down here at the bottom. Excuse the cords, real life, guys, real life. First thing is my little handmade broom on my door. This is actually was a fun craft that I did, but it's also a sign of protection. And yeah, it's just a fun little craft, and I decorate it a little bit more when it's Christmas around that time. But yeah, this is just a little bit of me. It's like I said, it does have protection interlaced within it. And then we have my more fancy broom that I made. This is also a fun craft project that I did. So I have this here by the door. Notice they're both by the doorway, and that's intentional. But yeah, there's like some feathers, and I have other symbols, magical symbols, but it's all about protection magic, guys. All about protection. So this is just a little bit more, and this is something that I made with just crafts from Michaels. And you see I got my command shrimp hook up there holding it up. But yeah, that's what this is. It's all about protection. And then there's my plant mama life. This is my special spiritual place because I enjoy communing with these plants. And there's more. On my coffee table, I have even more, as you can see. And they're thriving, they're growing. I love these so very much. So, yeah, this is a place for me to connect with nature, with the elements, to speak to these plants, to have conversations. I've named them, guys. This is Giggles. This one is Scorpio. And even though I know it's not a rubber tree, I think I saw it called Mr. Rubber Tree. Because, I gave them personalities. So there you go. Another thing that I do to add a little bit of whimsy, a little bit of magic is you see those lights, they light up. There's the actual right there, that's where the battery operated switch goes to light them up. But at night, I like to have these. I have these on both of the windows here in my home, and I love this because it just gives that little bit of, I don't know, whimsy and fun and happiness. This is a newer thing, and I've created this board or section. I think that first picture is a little crooked, but we'll get that later. But yeah, I created these boards to mimic wood, and this is an offering space for the house spirits that I talk about, which also varies. So I have this crystal here. I have had the very first tarot cards I've ever had were actually fairy inspired, and I have this tin for that reason, and I have some jewelry in here for them as offerings to them so they don't touch my other stuff because they like to hide things in my home. So yeah, that's a wonderful, a dedicated magical space. Okay, how could I forget? And I just burned some incense. My other wonderful place that I have, and this is my Ancestor Altar. So right now she's a little bare because I took down my decorations and everything else that I had here for welcoming spring. So it's a little bare bones right now, but that's okay because I'm going to be doing some a work and a bit of assessment for this area. But this is the space that I use. This is really, I guess, a plant stand that I got for like 50% off at Hobby Lobby. I remember that because I was so excited. I think I spent like less than 20 bucks for this or something. Anyway, 60% off. I forgot what it was. But yeah, I figure this is great because I wanted like a tiered approach. So that plate at the bottom, I put some vinyl on it where it's just some words about me, basically designating that plate for an offering. And then that gold skull, I got that some years ago, Halloween decorations, because, you know, it's Halloween all the time, as I keep saying. These are Amethyst Lights. I don't know what happened. I replaced the battery, they just stopped working. So that's a bummer, but they're still too pretty to not use them. Purple, which is, you know, the amethyst. When I see that, that always just makes me think of ancestor reverence. So that's why I like those. And I just like, that kind of gives me like tree branch, which makes me think family tree. And you see they're tied together at the bottom. So that's like unity. So everything is sort of symbolic. I have some herbs in there. And that little compartment, the 5 different compartments in there, I have just one. I only work with this when I feel like I need to. And lately, I feel like I need to. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. So just, you know, like I said, it's bare bones. And those are just some crystals down there as well. And that glass is for water. And it just says magic potion on it because I got crazy with my Cricut and I thought that was the perfect thing to use. But yeah, I usually just burn incense more than anything. And I have stripped this kind of bare for upcoming decorations and things that I want to do. So this is yet another magical space. Guys, I have a bookshelf, as you can see, that I strung those lights over on as well because I also wanted those. There's more books, but enjoy. I also wanted to bring just a little bit more of that whimsy to this space. This is a dark corner in the hallway, so I figured why not, right? Okay, so this may not be very apparent initially, but I'm trying to back up a little bit. But this is in a bedroom. This is a calming wall space at night. This is a great place to meditate because those are lights and those are just crystals that I have and they can be changed out depending on different purposes. But yeah, that's what this is a place to just meditate, a wall for that purpose. And this has been very beneficial in healing work, dream work, all of that sort of stuff, which leads me to my next thing. So that's actually not a roll candle. It's one of those battery operated ones, but I've had these wall sconces and I have it on either side of the wall for some years. I got this when I was living in Florida. And this helps with my goddess work that I do because I have so many ties to water, even though I'm not living in a place like that. This is that reminder for me. And I'm purposely using, you know, color magic. And also just these have such spiritual significance to me. And they had to be in this space as well, next to the meditation wall. And just a little bit more of my artwork, but this is another space. This is actually in my bathroom where I have this. It's something I painted, and I felt like this was very necessary for me to do, again, to connect with that water element. And again, I'm in a bathroom, so there's water here, but and she's bathing, and it helps with like spiritual baths. And when I'm doing like the shower spell, the shower routine that I do where you release negative energy, and sometimes just a good, you know, just time for reflection and just releasing. This is perfect for that in this space. And I do find this very spiritual. Okay, and here is just the wall of my actual craft slash office. And those moons, obviously, because I'm very into moon magic. That sign was a Halloween sign for Michael's, but you know, it's Halloween all the time. I made that green sign that represents just the changing nature and goddess energy, femininity, all of that, which is tied to the moon. And the artwork that I did is just like a book of knowledge. And then you can see my sort of ode to the moon work right there in that picture that I painted. And right here on the other wall, I actually have more information about the moon and the different phases and so forth as well. But here's where all the magic happens. Look how messy it is. I like that. From some candle spell work that I've done and ritual work. My daughter made me a birthday card and it has, I don't know, it has special meaning to it because she infused my witchcraft. But yeah, this is my working altar. I painted that and I didn't know why I painted it at the time, but I'm working with a specific goddess and that's dedicated to her. And then I just kind of keep my supplies and some things on hand right here. That's a magical pen that I use. And that's a candle that I burned completely. And I wasn't ready to discard it just yet. Yeah, and that's just a cute little thing to keep your incense holder on, and Palo Santo, your sage stick or whatever. But this is my space. That's actually two altars in one here on this little wooden two-tiered shelf situation here at the bottom. That's just, shells that I collected when I lived in Florida. And that was actually a Dollar Tree purchase with the fin, but that's definitely some goddess appreciation there for her. And everything else is all about Hecate. If you didn't know, that's the goddess that I was talking about. And she influences a lot of my work, and that's why she's here. For many years, I wanted like shelving or something to have for all my, spells and baubles and herbs and all that. And I finally have it. Is it incredibly neat? No, but I like it a little messy. Those are oils and little bits of this and that, and crystals. And then I have a magic as a foot. That's a protective jar. All sorts of different things up here. And it just, I don't know, it makes me so happy when I see this. It makes me like incredibly happy, because it's like, this is what I've always wanted, and I have it, and I love it. And I love having this space to organize the way that I do. Forgive me if it's too loud out here. I'll try to edit that. Those are some incense that I left out. Look how, I guess the natural oils in the incense had some nasty dust storms and things like that. I haven't cleaned it off since then, but look at that. The oils deterred anything from on it. That's protection. Anyway, so this is a place where I come to do all types of work, as far as like doing my sun work. And when I mean work, I mean like my sun rituals and things like that. I love being outside to do that. So how am I able to do that? Because I have this awning that I've created. That's how. So yeah, this is where I can do that. I have my garden over there. That's my safe space, my happy place. And, I'll be harvesting this soon. But this is all a really good place for me. This is like, that lavender did not make it, guys. But yeah, this is where I'm learning to grow. And this little fun spot, ignore the dirty table. I told you it's Arizona. It's like ridiculous dirty here, guys. Anyway, this is my little village I set up. And guess what? High winds, they remained here on this table. They're a part of the backyard. So this is also a magical place for me. This is magical. This is where I tap into sun magic and even moon magic. Because if I go over here, I can actually look up and see the moon sometimes. But yeah, this is my magical space. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I wanted to share these things because I just wanted to show you that magic and being a witch, it's accessible. A lot of stuff I just showed you were like Dollar Tree stuff, or somewhere like, I don't know, TJ Maxx, when you're waiting in line at the register, they have little lights and things like that there. So they're not like big purchases, and crystals are things I just collected over time. The artwork is something, I'm a budding little artiste, but it's more just for my home and for fun. It's not something I'm trying to sell or do anything else with. At least I don't see it that way. But for me, it's an expression of magic to see something and then make the same thing. Like, I see this vision, I see this other picture, and then I just made it. Like, that's just magic to me, no matter how you look at it. Learning about lighting and colors and all that sort of stuff, that's pure magic. And then for it to bring, because of the energy I'm pouring into it, whenever I look at it, I know exactly where I was mentally and emotionally when I painted that. I know why I did it. Some of this stuff was for releasing work. And having it on my wall is a reminder and keeps me in my purpose, keeps me aligned to what my purpose is, and I define my purpose. So that's what makes it magical. The very room I'm in, the essence of this room. I work here, I write here, I craft here, I do witchcraft here. I host coven meetings. I work with clients here. This is my space for all of that, and there's a lot of energy here. So yeah, my home is magical. But yeah, that's it. So hopefully, again, this inspired you to hang some stuff up. It's your home. It doesn't matter if it looks a little, I don't know, childish, a little amateur looking. So what if it brings emotion? I don't care, and that's why I'm willing to share. I don't care. I don't care if you think a little kid drew something, or it doesn't look so beautiful. Like, I want a home. I like to live in my home. I'm a cottage witch, and my home reflects that. All right, so I'm done. Thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Also, consider hitting the join button if you'd like to join the Leap Taken membership. There's a book club involved. And also, consider going to leaptaken.com. Check out the website, see if there are any services. I offer a monthly subscription service as well. All right, now I'm really done. All right, thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.